I never thought I would actually make it. Nobody really thinks that until it happens. It seems like a dream. When I was a kid, rockers were like untouchable gods up in the heavens, like Robert Plant. There was no VIP package to go hang out with Jimmy Page and get your picture taken. Hey, what's up? What's up, John Bonham? Like that. No, it was a different time back then. The first Skid Row record is a result of the songwriting, mostly by Rachel and Snake, with my voice. And that's what the chemistry was. And someday maybe all of us will realize that collectively we were a force that had real kind of chemistry, possibly more than without each other. But that's what my first thought would be. It's great songs with some formidable pipes. At the time, it kind of bugged us that we were just known as like a ballad band because of our singles, 18 in Life and I Remember You. But, as time goes by, who cares about that kind of stuff? Like, or just the fact that you made a song that somebody likes, that's good enough. But there are really some hard rockin' songs on the debut, such as Sweet Little Sister, Big Guns. And also there's a riff that closes out the record that we always meant to make a song out of, but we broke up before we got a chance to. But that riff is a badass riff. But I love the record. I even like songs now on it that I didn't like back then, like Can't Stand the Heartache. I thought was too poppy, but I love it now. I think it's great. Well, at the time, the guy that wrote I Remember You, Rachel, and Snake, they thought that the song I Remember You was too wimpy. We want to be tough guys and punks and metalheads, and that was like Carrie Underwood does it now. It's a cross-platform smash hit song. I've seen Carrie Underwood's cover on YouTube. It is fantastic. She has a whole background vocal section where they have choreography to it, and she hits every scream, all that ending heavy metal stuff. She kills it. Also, in the last issue of Rolling Stone magazine, they asked Norah Jones, what song was it that made you want to be a rock star? And her answer was I Remember You by Skid Row. That's Norah Jones. And she tells the story that she had a crush on this metalhead dude. But so she tried to get into metal, but she couldn't get into it. But she loved I Remember You. So she made a mixtape with that song starting out and gave it to him. And she says whenever she hears our song, she gets a wave of hate to say it, but nostalgia. But that's okay. It's Norah Jones. She's a lot younger than me. So in the same way, I didn't really Can't Stand a Heartache. The guys that wrote that didn't really want that on the record. And our manager, Doc, came to a rehearsal, and I go, you got to hear this song. And I go, let's do I Remember You. And I go, they don't want it on the record, but I want you to hear it. So we did it, and Doc was laughing the whole time. I didn't know if he thought it sucked. But at the end of the song, he goes, I go, what? He's like, that's on the record. So the critical reception to the first record was not great, as I remember. But over time, it gets better and better. It's kind of aged like a fine wine, I guess you could say. Yeah. The first album, if we're talking about the first album, the last time I checked, you can double check this, but last time I checked, it was in the top 10 selling records in Atlantic Records history. The top 5 are like Led Zeppelin 4, Foreigner 4, AC/DC Back in Black. But Skid Row debut is like number 6 or number 7, up there with the greatest of the greats. I did have a one epiphany moment with Skid Row, which was the night we played Chicago, Rosemont Horizon, opening up for Bon Jovi. I don't know how. We were on the road about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, at that time. And that was the first show that was a sold-out arena that I walked out and I said, hey, everybody, get the up. And I went like this with my hand. And the whole arena just stood up and went, whoa. And I turned around, man, I go, oh my God. Like, that was the exact moment that I felt like we might be making it. And after I wrote the book, it had me reminiscing for those songs. And I put them back in the set, some of them like Sweet Little Sister, also Rattlesnake Shake, which I haven't done in 20 years at least. And the crowd loves them. You know, we get a lot of fans from the show Gilmore Girls coming to the show, and I'll do Hollaback Girl before Rattlesnake Shake, and somehow it all fits. We've made it onto the classic rock programming in America, that and 18 in Life. Like, we get played along with the Eagles and Zeppelin. Once you get in there, man, that is for life. 18 in Life on Skid Row, in bookstores now.